Hello everyone, welcome back to Into the Breach. Today we're going to give the other team that we have unlocked a go. So if we go to change squad over here, we can go as the Rusting Hulks. I have no idea how they compare, but we're just going to take the standard stuff that is presented to us. We have Abe Isamu. Mechs gain armored, reducing incoming weapon damage by 1. I'm happy enough with that. We will start, and we're going to start over on the icy island today, rather than the foresty one where I typically start, because the difficulty of each island scales as you travel. So I'm hoping that maybe the familiarity over here will make it easier when it gets harder when we visit last. So let's start at Pinnacle Robotics. The humans have employed Pinnacle. They are important as the sentient machines. Sure, right. Corporate HQ, the Silicate Plains, District Z1101, or the Thermal Dampeners. Defend the robots, vet threat detected, or freeze and defend both robots. Let's just defend robots for now. Our sentient mind layers have lost IO and are attempting to run old routines. Protect these blind, helpless creatures. So we've got a mind bot. A couple of mine bots. We have a deploying jet mech. Select a location in the yellow drop zone. Let's go here, assuming we can fly. We have a rocket mech. We'll push that one back slightly. And we have the pulse mech. Okay. Lots of new stuff. Let's confirm this and see what we can do. A very early pod. Don't know if we'll have the movement to get that this early. Right, so neither of the robots are in danger, which is lovely. This guy is giving a passive bonus, +1 HP to everybody else. So let's see what we can do. We've got a lot of movement here. For movement, we can exist in water but not shoot. And we have a science class repulse weapon. Push all adjacent tiles. Well, that does not sound ideal for us right now. What about our flight guy? 5 movement is heaps, massive. Flying units move over any terrain. Natural armor, that's from our pilot. And we have fly over a target, dropping an explosive smoke bomb. So not only will they be shot, but they will also be covered in smoke, which means that they will not be able to take an attack action. And here at the back, we have Storm Generator passive. All smoke deals damage to enemy units every turn. That's really cool in combination with our smoke bomb from our plane. And we have ranged class weaponry, rocket artillery, fires a pushing artillery, creating smoke behind the shooter. Alright, and do we know when smoke goes? Fire damage, then storm smoke, then everybody else. Well, this one needs to move. That's obvious enough. We're going to push back and shoot this guy onto this upcoming spawner. Happy with that. Then if we move our plane, we do 1 damage, fly over a target, dropping an explosive smoke bomb. So we have to move exactly 1 tile over the thing we're shooting. That's fine. So we'll move to here. Then fly over this guy to there. We drop an explosive smoke bomb, and that smoke will then harm them at the start of next turn. And here we can push this guy back with a repulsor. That's not going to hurt anything, but it will stop us from being attacked, and that's fine by me. Oh no. It was a long shot, not a straight shot. Alright, that's my mistake. Alright, I feel like we're very quickly being overrun. And without all the direct damage stuff I'm used to, it's going to be an interesting time deciding how we're going to deal with a lot of this stuff. This electric smoke is apparently going to stay around for a while. If we can kill this guy, then a lot of the other stuff won't have as much HP, because this is currently giving a 1 HP passive to everything else. And if we push this into them, they'll take 1 damage from the push and die. So that would deal with 1 of the creatures, but we've got plenty others to deal with right now. And we're trying to protect these 2 robots. This is much less clear-cut a procedure in my head than it has been with the other team. Are you getting 2 extra HP? Surely not. No, just the 1. Invigorating Spores. The Soldier Scion is providing +1 to all. So that's the Soldier Scion, that's fine. And we're currently able to push stuff. Push all adjacent tiles. I mean, if I could push you that way, it's not really going to help me much, though. I'm trying to figure out really how to deal with this particular unit here. Because pushing them that way isn't going to do anything unless this guy is killed first. And we fire a pushing artillery shot. So we can push them... Oh, if we push them backwards, they'll be frozen. That'll do. And we dealt 2 damage. Is that a 2 damage attack? It is, okay. These are the important things I should be paying attention to. I'm assuming that our push isn't going to hurt buildings. It would only be damage that would hurt buildings, although I'm not certain about that right now. We can fly over you. Do some damage there. This guy is currently shooting them, which is not a problem. And we are currently able to push something. But like... yeah, this won't hurt the building. So now they're going to shoot them and kill them, which will kill this guy because they only have 1 HP. Victory in 3 turns. Oh god, so much going on. Right, so our big priorities are... oh god, everything seems to be a high priority right now, because I don't want these 2 buildings to die. I don't want this robot to die. I don't want those 2 buildings to die. And I don't want my mech to die. But whether I can solve all of these problems immediately, I don't know. If I push you that way, and you that way, that would solve 2 of my problems, Problem is, this guy is currently unable to move. So, if they could they move that far? 4. 1, 2, 3? I think so. So, we're going to kill you. That's part 1. I'm going to fire at you. That's part 2. I can't get to here. It's too many steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, I guess. We can't take diagonals. That's a problem. Alright, I think we're going to have to lose one of our 2 robots. Oh, this is smoke. I can't stand there. Alright, reset this whole turn. I'm taking my reset. I needs it. So you can't walk to here. So how else could we solve our problems? If we fired our weapon right here, that would push them back into this robot. That's not going to do it. I don't want to stand in this smoke by the end of things. No, I'm going to ponder this for a moment. Alright, I still think we're going to have to lose one of our robots that we're protecting. But instead, I think what we're going to be able to do is if we take an artillery shot here and deal with that side, this guy can fly over this one, and this guy oh god, I've biffed it, haven't I? This push is going to wreck a building. Alright, well, better to wreck 1 building than 2 buildings, I guess. We lose. Oh, what? It's not 1. Okay, defend the remaining robot is worth 1. Okay, I thought that was going to be how it goes. Right, last turn. One of these shots will be invincible because the ice will protect it, but because it's being targeted in 2 spots, we have problems. We also can't really get into an artillery spot where we can fire at anything in a manner that might be considered productive. If we end up just losing the other robot to these guys shooting, we just have to deal with this guy as a priority and this one as a priority. So how are we going to do that? Probably like this. You're going to break through that ice? Oh, man. Well, they moved before the ice broke. That's a slightly bad time. We're not going to be able to get that far. Yeah, no, this was a mess. That was rough. We're down to 3 power grid. We get the time pod, but nothing else. We get a reactor core. Ice forest. Vec threat detected. Kill at least 7 enemies and protect the power generator. Well, we need the grid power, so give me a go. Large areas of the map will periodically freeze solid. Interesting. The marked tiles will be frozen solid. Oh, well, you can fly really far, so we'll stick you like here. Then we'll do something like this, I guess. This is way harder than the other team, by far. Okay, so these areas are going to be frozen at the start of the enemy turn. Well, in that case, I'm not worried about these two in the center. This guy has to go, although if this building is frozen, I don't know if it will get ice protection. Perhaps. What I don't want to do is end in there and have my units be frozen either, which rather limits my choices. I'd like to get rid of Mr. Passive health bonus for things. So we'll deal the damage there. They'll take damage because of the storm cloud. Those two will be frozen. I just have to deal with this somehow. We might have to risk being frozen. But I've got no real good choices for where to push stuff. If I push him, he's going to end up shooting at the power plant, which I definitely don't want. So I guess we're just firing at this guy anyway. This is a terrible turn. Well, the buildings do get frozen. This mech can use its repair skill to free itself from the ice, but otherwise cannot attack or move. Well, consider us freed. Does this mean they're not going to defrost? Right, we are webbed in, which is a problem. Although, if we're all frozen at the end of this, it's not so much a problem. This guy is just firing at basically nowhere. I'm kind of fine with that. Frozen, frozen. Firing at the power plant will become frozen. Will also become frozen. But we would like to kill 7 enemies if we can. Right, we can't harm the frozen one. And we can't hop over one into an occupied space. So those options are basically out. So there's nowhere we can make an attack, basically. We can just come to here and block something next turn. And we have unnatural armor, weapon damage reduces, but not everything else. So we all have turns. None of us are taking them. I guess we can do this. Yeah, that's not bad. So, the ice pack gets frozen. They shoot a mountain. They stop something spawning. This seems pretty much fine. We're just going to use our repair action to thaw. That's that whole turn done. This guy's shooting an icy thing. This guy's shooting an icy thing. This guy... What I want to do is push this guy onto this spawner, which seems fine by me. So if we get out of the way, on this aisle, we can push them into that. That will block somebody and kill this guy. This one is just freeing somebody. You got thawed. You've moved but can't attack anything in this range, but you can heal yourself for your missing damage. Right, they're attacking a frozen unit. They're attacking a frozen building. They're attacking a frozen building. And this is the last turn. So we're not going to be able to kill 5 enemies. Partly because I can only really count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the entire level, many of which are currently frozen. So I guess what we would like to do otherwise is just try and get some XP for our troubles. This guy, I assume, is just not attacking because they didn't have a thing to do beforehand. Now, we don't do damage inherently, unfortunately. If I could do at some point, that would be great, but for right now, we can't. I can push that guy. Doesn't really help me. I can push that guy and that guy. That would help, but this would then become unfrozen, which I don't want. So I think we're just going to do that. Oh, if we stand here and shove this guy, we kill the other guy, we get injured, but we don't care. Things get icy over there. And things everywhere else are fairly dandy. Right, we get some power grid back. We did not kill at least 7 enemies, but in the ice storm, could have been worse. Take less than 3 grid damage, protect the emergency batteries, kill 7 enemies, protect the coal plant. Let's try and take less than 3 grid damage so we can then also get grid damage back, otherwise it's going to be a mess. We've got cannon bots. Projectile that causes target to burn. Right, they are enemy actions, as far as I can tell. We'll put ourselves down here, here, and here. Alright, that's an interesting spread early. If we can shove these 2 into one another, 2 of them would die. We can't push these guys back. Because we can only shoot them first. That guy needs to take 2 damage to be dealt with. So, 2 damage there. Deals with them. That deals with both of those. We can fly over one of these to stop something spawning. And that's a turn. Right, that's a lot more spawning stuff. Let's push this guy onto that ice. Then we can attack that guy into smoke. And then the smoke will damage them, but we might as well just have them be dead in their entirety. Right, the robot blocked and is now hurt, or is now thawed rather. Right, so there's someone emerging into this cloud. I'm not so concerned. I'd love to push stuff into the way of this guy's attack. Something like... Wait, who's attacking first? The robot's attacking first, so... That guy's going to die, because this guy's going to shoot them. This guy is shooting a guy with natural armor, so that's not a problem. That guy's not attacking. This guy's going to get killed. This guy is attacking something and doing no damage. This guy is killing another creature. So I think we just go and stand on here. Repair that. Alright, very few of our buildings are under threat, which is wonderful. If this guy moves out of the way, then we have nothing to worry about there. This guy can get pushed into the building, into the mountain. They'll be dead. So is it just this one to really be worrying about? We'd rather not be here to get attacked by this guy's laser. But I think what we're definitely going to do is that. They're now in smoke. We're not going to take damage because we have natural armor. We can't get far enough over to push this guy across, which is a shame. But we can do that. You're going to hit us for 1, we don't care. You're going to get hit, we don't care. You're going to die from electric smoke. All seems well in the world to me. Except we still have this rocket shot. Which doesn't change anything. We don't get XP for the non-kill, so much of a muchness. But we're learning, we're getting there. Right, one more before Corporate HQ then. We've only gained 1 star, which is not great going. Defense shields active, protect the coal plant. I think we'll go with that just to keep our grid power up. I'm gonna sneeze. Right, so we have many shielded buildings. One currently frozen robot, artillery mech. Does a ranged shot with a line of 3 attack for 3 damage apiece. So if we could keep that frozen, I would be very grateful. What's this guy doing? All other Vec receive 1 HP. Fairly standard. Another frozen robot there, and then 2 of these guys. So, let's start with the jet, artillery at the back, shover in the middle. Right. I do not want this mech becoming active, if at all possible. So I think I want to shove this guy out that way. This guy back, provided we're not going to take too much damage. Because I don't think I'm going to be able to push them forward. Although, if I pushed... I can't get to this tower, so I can't push them back across both ways. I could just kill this guy with artillery. That would be one way to do it. And then I could drop smoke on this one. And I could shove this guy over the spawner. That seems good to me. So... artillery here. Dead. Fly over them, dropping smoke. Shove that guy. Good round. Right. I would like this guy to be dead so that everyone else stops receiving the passive bonus. Artillery can get to anyone this round. We can push this guy back again. They would die and we take another one from spawning. I don't want to shoot you yet because... I don't want to shove you rather because you would end up freeing this guy. So if we fly over you... kill you. Fly over you. Ah. Yeah, that's not ideal, is it? I could kill this guy. And move this one over there. I think I'm going to have to. I don't love it, but... this guy's not attacking this turn, which is fine. This one's going to die. And there's only going to be one other Vex spawning. Oh, that's a lot of spawning this round, though. You're attacking me or a building. You're attacking an entire row of stuff. And it's just those two right now. If I shove this guy across, it doesn't do anything for me. We can kill this guy with the plane. Can you shoot directly next to you, or do you need to have one trailing shot? You need to have one trailing tile. Okay, but what we can do... you murder them. You stand there. You shove them forward, and now we can shoot them. Excellent round of chess, that. Right, final turn. You really don't matter because you are just attacking... Oh, you're attacking for 3 damage? Is that right? Okay, maybe that is a bit more of a problem, but we can shove you back into this smoke cloud and that's it. These two, you're shooting something with a shield. So we just do this. How far can you fly? Not far enough. So you murder them. You shove them into the smoke. And you murder them. Not a single shield is lost. Perfect battle achievement. That's exciting. Excellent news. My prognosticator sub-process has dramatically increased the odds of survival based on your victory. Our power grid is doing very well. We've got 2 promotions. +2 mech HP, very nice. And the same again. We lose some regions, and now we can head over to Corporate HQ. Pinnacle Tower is under attack. My analysis processor is unable to identify the species of Vec threatening us. Caution is advised. Vec threat detected. Destroy the beetle leader and protect the corporate tower. Beetle leader. Move 3, massive. Units can walk in water but prevent shooting. Hive leader, these are the most powerful Vec, immune to water. They can be more challenging to kill. Charge and light every tile in the path on fire. Interesting. Right, let's start with flight here. Artillery. Right at the back, and the shover is going to need to be forward heavy, I think. Four turns remaining. Well, if we can shove them... They're doing 3 damage. Who's going first? They are. That's good. So if we do this and this, they are now going to kill them for us. I regret everything. Am I going to use my reset this early? I guess I am. What I should have done is shoot them back too. Or shoot them back while doing 2 damage. And now they're going to hit that thing. This guy's not targeting anyone anymore. We can go and just stop that spawning. And here... we can just bomb that guy. We're not shoving with you. You don't need to heal yourself. Just good muscle memory practice, I suppose. This is fine. Right, again, this one is going first. They're going to charge whether we like it or not. And we are currently in webbed. Now, this guy is attacking first. And we're still over a Vex spawner. So. We shoot this guy. He's going to kill them for us. We're still over a Vex spawner. This tile is on fire. Lights units on fire. Unit takes 1 damage at the start of every turn, and we're blocking spawning. So we're going to take 2 damage, but I think it's worth it. This guy we can just repair on the spot. Now, there are still only 2 Vec to worry about. 2 fresh spawnings. You are attacking where I don't really care. If we attack this guy, they die. I guess that's just as good as about anything, isn't it? Because if I push them onto a Vex spawner, they're only going to run off of it again before the Vex spawn. So you might as well be dead. We will move to here and put out our own fire and heal ourselves and block this one. And we'll move to here and shove that guy there. They can block that one for us, and we're on fire, and we'll take 1 extra damage. Right, this is the last turn of our concern. It's only 2 Vec in the entire bunch. I don't think I can do enough damage to both of them to kill them both just for the XP. But we can certainly kill you and shove them into some smoke. They'll be hurt by the smoke. We can double smoke them. One will get away, but all of our buildings are intact, and we killed the leader. That is the region secure. We will spend our 3 reputation. No matching mech class. Okay. Heat converter. Any class weapon. Freeze the tile in front, but light the tile behind on fire in the process. That's pretty cool. Grappling hook. Electric whip. No matching mech class. A reactor core. Some more power grid. Well, we only have 3 to spend. So, use a grapple to pull mech towards objects or objects towards the mech. Let's take the heat converter, the grappling hook, and the grid power, because we can't carry stuff over. Supplies. Use reputation points to purchase supplies once an island is secure. I think it says that any unspent reputation is lost. So we'll spend that, leave the island. Then we have the choice of the RST Corporation or the Archive Incorporated. We also now, of course, have those extra pieces of equipment. So this is a brute class. I don't really associate a fighter jet as a brute class, but sure. They're the only one that can take the grappling hook. It doesn't need power, which is really nice. Grapple hook upgrade, shield ally. If used on an ally unit, it gives them a shield. That's really cool. We only have the 1 reactor core, though. These guys can both receive the heat converter. Uses per battle 1. Freeze the tile in front, but light the tile behind on fire in the process. I guess the guy who shoves is most likely to use that. And as much as giving shields to our allies sounds good, I think we will make sure this is powered. So that's going to be everything for right now. Thank you guys ever so much for watching. If you're enjoying the series, please do consider subscribing or hitting that like button. If you have any questions or comments, you can put them down below. Otherwise, join me next time. We'll probably hit up the RST Corporation. Cheers.